Welcome back to the Chad Hasty Show News Talk. 95.1 FM and 790 AM KFYO. Did you know today is actually Census Day? It is. It's actually trending right now on Twitter. It's Census Day 2020, and joining us to talk about Complete Count LBK, Complete Count Lubbock, and the census here in Lubbock is Victoria Whitehead joining us here on the Chad Hasty Show. Victoria, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, Chad. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. Obviously the census is a big deal. It's a major deal. It's been covered up, unfortunately, by coronavirus, and I think a lot of people have been paying attention to that. But tell folks why they need to be paying attention to those things they're getting in the mail from the U.S. Census Office.
So the census has two main things that I think are just extremely important to Lubbock and Lubbock County. The first is the census is the population timestamp as to how hundreds of billions of dollars come back to Lubbock and Lubbock County, go back to areas within the United States. But without accurate numbers, we can't adequately apply for and receive funding to support the population that we have. So we've got a really unique population here in Lubbock County in that we have huge concentrations of collegiate students, we have minority populations and rural populations. All three generally don't respond to the census very well. So we've got we need to respond. But then also kind of from a West Texas standpoint, the census is what dictates our redistricting for the state legislature and Congress. And so, trying to ensure that we as Lubbockites and Lubbock County maintain the voice that we have in Austin and D.C., and this is the direct number that affects that. Well,
and I mean, just with those who pay attention to the state legislature, those who pay attention to the federal side, it's one of those. We've got great representatives out here, but the power in numbers is dwindling in this part. So that's why it's just that much more important to get as many people counted as possible.
Yes, sir. I worked a lot in Austin. I do a lot of work on agriculture and water. I've worked the past 10 years with the legislature, and the rural voice, the rural perspective is dwindling so much. And so we need our legislators to continue to, get chairmanships and be enrolled, but it helps when they have 2 or 3 extra people that also represent districts just like them.
So today is Census Day. Does that mean you have to do the census today, or how much time do people have to get this done?
No, sir. I mean, today is Census Day. It's just kind of the general timestamp marker that we have when it comes to, getting people to timestamp where they're at on April 1st. But with the coronavirus, the U.S. Census Bureau has kind of put out some different timelines, a little bit different perspective this year because we're just kind of in uncharted territory.
Yeah.
So while usually you would start seeing people walking around with the Census Bureau and taking surveys and stuff like that, that's going to be delayed a little bit. They're going to delay that more into June and July, depending on kind of how things go. But then additionally, while it's the timestamp of April 1st, the Census Bureau is definitely directing us to encourage our collegiate students count for Lubbock. So even though they may be displaced somewhere else due to the situation, they still need to fill out their Lubbock census.
So how does that work? Because, I mean, you've got to, and I don't know if you even have the answer for this, because, normally the college students are here right now. Mm-hmm. Most of them are gone. I mean, they're back home. So how is that going to work for the college kids?
So we're really hoping to work with our community partners to get that messaging out there. Maybe working with apartment associations or different people to say, when you grab your mail, because they're still going to get mail.
Right.
Hopefully they may have some bills they need to pay. Whenever you're doing, take that and fill it out as if you work here. And I think too, the Census Bureau understands that, we might not get response rates in the same time frame as we normally do.
Yeah.
So if those collegians are coming back in July or August, they can still fill out the census then.
Okay, very good. What happens, because, one of the I think new things with the census is you can do all of this online. You'll get a letter or, a card from the census where you can go online, fill everything out. What happens if you're that person who got the mail and you went, there's nothing good in here, I'm going to toss it?
It happens all the time. So thankfully, the census will send you another one. You'll get a series of follow-up letters. And I think they'll do some extra. So I think it's maybe 2 or 3 you'll get in the mail. So
Okay.
just take a look out for it. It's green and white or blue and white. But another one will come soon. And if you have trouble accessing it, we actually have a Census Bureau office, a regional office here in Lubbock. So if you want to find Complete Count LBK, we can help direct you to those people.
Very good. Victoria, thanks for your time today, and we're glad to help get the message out and hopefully get more people to enter the census numbers. I think Texas is running. I think everybody's running behind where we were about 10 years ago. So hopefully we can get everybody caught up.
We've got, I checked the numbers today. As of yesterday, we've got about a 30% rate here in Lubbock County and 34% in Lubbock. Last year, we had a total response rate of about 64, 68. So we're on track. We just need to finish it up.
Absolutely. Victoria, thanks for your time today.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. That's Victoria Whitehead here on the Chad Hasty Show with Complete Count LBK, talking about the census today, Census Day. So if I got to be honest, if you're like me and you got the card in the mail, Jody, I don't know if you've done yours yet or not, but you got it in the mail and you went, I'll do that later. Take some time, go ahead, go online, fill it out, and, get it out of the way. I'm guilty. I haven't done it yet. Chad Hasty Show, KFYO.